Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Lewis Basketball Network, man. It is your boy Lewis, and I am back once again with another banger with yet another video. Let's hop right into it. So, Jeanie Buss, guys, to me, her, like I said, I blamed her, Magic, and LeBron James as to why the Lakers had this downfall this entire year. People want to sweep under the rug about the other players and all that, but let's be real. Magic stepping down was a result of, after careful consideration, after the last video where I was blaming Magic in terms of why he didn't tell Jeanie Buss, I realized that if Magic had told her that he was going to step down as president of basketball operations, she would have tried to convince him to come back. And he's absolutely right about that. So let me be clear when I say this. Magic is correct in stepping down as president of basketball operations because he knew the writing was on the wall, ladies and gentlemen. And I've come to realize that, once again, you would have thought that LeBron James is not part of this La collusion, the La scheming, the La plotting. I call him La guilty, but, people are going to say, it wasn't his fault. There were reports as to say LeBron didn't even know about the situation. And I'm like, man, you really are going to let this slide over your heads, man? I know some people are going to say, well, unless I get concrete evidence. But, I noticed that whenever I talk about LeBron James or whenever I critique him, it's automatic hate, especially when I have people come into my channel and say, you're just trying to fit this into your narrative. Let me be very clear when I say this. If I was a LeBron hater, I would say LeBron's not even a top 50 player. If I said I was a LeBron hater, I would say LeBron is trash and he's not even a great player. If I was a LeBron hater, I wouldn't even have him in my top 10. So my question is, how in the hell is that hating? But I'm a LeBron hater? Oh, because you talk bad about him in every single one of your videos. If I dedicated myself to be a LeBron hater, I can do that very easy by making every single video about how much I hate LeBron James in many different ways. But the message is still going to come out similar no matter how different I make it. But if you go through my videos, I've talked about legends. I've talked about players in today's game. I've talked about certain teams in the league. I've talked about the MVP race. I've talked about who's a better two-way player in the game. I've talked about many different things. But what do these LeBron fanboys like to do? They always nitpick on videos they pick. So then they come and say, oh, it's a LeBron hating channel. So once again, I ask you, what gave you the conclusion? What conclusion did you come to make it to say that I am hating on LeBron James and this is a LeBron James hate channel? Because like if I wanted to dedicate myself to hating LeBron James, it's like me dedicating myself to shooting 50% from the field and protecting my field goal percentage, or going after triple doubles. You know how people say, if it's so easy, why isn't anybody else doing it? If I wanted to focus on that, I could do that. It's the same thing if I want to dedicate myself to hating on one guy who a lot of you fanboys like have said, well, he's making more money than you. He has a better life than you. But then you're the same people that will go on other videos and disrespect other legends. And it's not even about LeBron James, right? And then people show their love to their favorite player. But then you guys will go in the comments and then talk all this bunch of nonsense because it's like they don't compare to your favorite player. If I show respect to LeBron James despite the fact that I don't like his antics. I have him top 10. That's not disrespect. That's my opinion. In my opinion, I have him as a top 10 all-time great. And that's that. What? You're upset because I don't have him as the greatest? So goddamn what? It's my list. What? You want me to worship? You want me to kiss his feet? You want me to say, oh, the great LeBron James. Oh, bless our mythical Greek god. I'm not doing that. I don't even do that to Michael Jordan, and I was a huge fan of MJ. And I'm going to say it right now. Michael Jordan, in my opinion, is the greatest player of all time because of what he did on the basketball court. And I've done so many videos, and I've mentioned so many historic feats in his career as to what he did, as to why LeBron James will never catch up to Michael Jordan. But you delusional fanboys will continue to say, no, LeBron will catch him one day. And I'm going to ask you again, how? And I'm going to say it again right now. When we look at the total records, Michael Jordan has over 480 records, NBA records. LeBron James either set his own record or surpassed Michael in some of these records. And it took him a little bit longer. Am I hating on that? No. But when you want to compare to the greatest of all time and at least comparing him to Michael Jordan, LeBron James is not even in Michael's league. He's not. But then you guys want to change the status and be like, oh, his off the court issues. Oh, LeBron does better off the court. He's a better spokesman for the black community. That's why he's better than Michael Jordan. We're not talking about off the court. We're talking about on the court accolades and on the court individual play. So you fanboys get this through your thick head. If I hated on LeBron James, I would spend all my time doing that. I got bigger fish to fry than to worry about hating on another man, especially if I have him on my top 10 list. Yes, somehow I'm hating. If I feel like I have Kobe Bryant 2 spots ahead of him, number 7, you're just a fanboy and hating. You guys make no goddamn sense. Simple as that, man. But back to the story, man. You know, once again with Rich Paul and LeBron James, they thought that they could sweep this Anthony Davis 2 for 20 deal right under the rug and then try to fool people who pretty much don't pay attention to say that LeBron is pretty much innocent on everything when I called him guilty because he's guilty as charged, especially when you go try to look deep into the facts. And it's always about how, you know, I don't know what reports have come out there. Trust me, there are reports out there. You just got to do your research. The problem with some of these people out here who always say that LeBron does no wrong is they don't do proper research. They do research, but not proper research. That's why they think that they're right in terms of everything, and that's why they come up with the hate. You pull the string on their back. Oh, you're a hater. You're a LeBron James hater. This is a hating channel. You're a LeBron James hater. I mean, let's face it. The Lakers are not in the playoffs, but we're going to talk about them every day because as Chris Broussard likes to say, we're going to talk about LeBron James all the time. Even if the Lakers are not in the playoffs, we need LeBron James in the playoffs. We need to talk about LeBron James. Which is why I told you, ladies and gentlemen, that I've never been a fan of Chris Broussard and his little fanboyism because he's a flip-flopper. He's a flip-flopping fanboy. The triple F, as I like to call Broussard. The La fanboy. The La flip-flop fanboy is what Chris Broussard is. Like I said, with Shannon Sharpe, like I said, he would love LeBron till death do us part. He will lie next to, he'll make sure that LeBron, once they do their death warrants, give it to the family members and make sure Savannah and the kids get them. Like, he will make sure that he lies next to LeBron James when they die. Because that's how much Shannon is in love with this man. Old boy from Akron, 6'9", 260 pounds of sexual chocolate. Right, Shannon? And then Nick Squidward Wrong, who finds a way to defend LeBron at all costs. And I always said this about Nick Wright. He talks so fast when he tries to, either when he's, you know, bull jiving, sneak dissing, dry snitching on other players. When it comes to, in comparison to LeBron James, he speaks it so fast. He tries to sneak that little sentence in there so fast to make sure you didn't catch it. But I catch it. Basketball purists catch it. It's the ones that don't have their neuron receptors on. You know, they're like, you know, what was Nick talking about? But I think I'm guessing he's right in what he's saying. You know, Nick Wright speaks facts. But, you know, the reason that Magic stepped down was because of once again, the circus that is LeBron James. Rob Pelinka possibly getting more power than Magic. And as LeVar Ball said, Magic Johnson was just a pawn in this little game of getting LeBron James. Magic Johnson actually originally wanted Paul George. But I said I disagree with Magic in terms of not keeping Julius Randle, and look what he did with the New Orleans Pelicans this year. Look what Zubac did after trading him for Mike Muscala. That was just a dumbass trade, Magic. I'm sorry. That was straight dumb. That was poor decision making on your part. And it's once again, like I said, Jeannie Buss tried to tell this whole ordeal was fake news. And I called her out on it, which told me that she just doesn't know how to make rational decisions ever since she became the full team owner of the team. Jerry Buss is rolling in his grave right now, looking at his franchise and saying, what the hell are my kids doing? That's what he's saying. If Jerry Buss was still alive, ain't no way all of this collusion, all of this control, all of this dysfunction, the dysfunction would be happening right now. It wouldn't. And I said the biggest mistake that the Lakers made was signing that 33-year-old LeBron James. People continue to say LeBron is in his prime. No, LeBron is getting empty offensive stats. He's not in his prime. A person who's in their prime, who's a two-way player like LeBron James, if you would have told me 2013, 2014 LeBron, that LeBron is in his prime because he's playing at both ends of the floor. This LeBron James is not in the prime of his career. He's on the decline. Don't give me 27, 8, and 8. Y'all keep looking over those XYZ overrated, empty selective truth stats. They had no impact on the team winning. But the Lakers were in fourth place. Don't go there. Don't you start that. I'm telling you, I'm going to murk you if you even think about going there. Don't even try it. Oh, but the groin injury. Don't even go there neither. I'm telling you, don't even go there. Don't even go there. Oh, but the players are soft with the mentality. Who knows if they're going to get traded? The trade destroyed the team morale. LeBron was pumping his guys to say that you're expendable. Oh, I believe in you guys to play well so that your trade value could go up to try to convince Dell Demps and the New Orleans Pelicans that, yo, these guys are really valuable. So that LeBron can say, oh, can't say that I didn't give you anything. It was the same thing that when LeBron, again, told Pat Riley to draft Shabazz Napier. So when LeBron said to trade partly trade the roster to bring those guys for Cleveland, the castoffs, to say, don't say that I didn't leave you with anything. The problem is that LeBron thinks he can out-chess anybody. If LeBron has such a high basketball IQ, why does he keep running into the same problems? Which tells you that as great as LeBron is, he's not as good as people keep claiming he is. That's what the truth is. And I've said that LeBron is an all-time great. So how the hell is that hating? Because I'm telling the truth? It's the truth? So in your eyes, the truth is I'm hating? No, I'm telling you the truth. And that's the bottom line. Because I said so. And any basketball purist who understands the game of basketball will understand and agree with what I'm saying. So Magic Johnson, him leaving is because Jeanie is so tied with Luke, and I think Luke is piping her. That's just me. I think Luke is piping her to the point because he's such a close friend of the Buss family. Because remember, he played when Kobe was there, so, and when Jerry Buss was still alive. And I realized it, and I said, you know what? Magic Johnson doesn't know anything to Jeanie. He doesn't. He doesn't. Because Magic really never had control. He was just a face to lure a superstar player, and when things got tough, and like I said before, Magic does get blamed, and I've said it before that Magic is known to quit, yes. But I also understand that it was 2 years. So he said that if he didn't recruit anybody, it was because he knows that they're not going to probably get anything. Too much issues and too much backstabbing, and it's coming from LeBron, and it's coming from Rob Pelinka, and it's coming from Jeanie Buss. Because also, if people don't remember, Magic was really not seen pretty much mostly the entire year with this Laker organization. As a matter of fact, Rob Pelinka even called him out and said that he was on vacation in Hawaii. And that's why I said that Magic deserves some blame because of the moves he made, but I understand why he left. And I am more understanding now why he left at the timing that he did. He wanted to make sure that he wasn't part of the drama for this entire time. And I think Magic doing it, it's like, I don't want to be part of the headlines. I don't want to constantly be talked about as to why this season was such a failure. And trust me, shout out to my man, he knows his sport, because he's absolutely right when he says this. Had Magic stayed, they were literally going to expose him as to say that he was such a detrimental employee to the employees in the Laker organization. It was like, so now Magic is being a scapegoat. So once again, I say that Magic didn't do his job, but I also look on the other side and say that, yeah, Magic was going to get crazy blame. I mean, Luke Walton has been a scapegoat all year. And I mean, think about it. Luke Walton was not Magic's hire. Rob Pelinka was not Magic's hire. Jeanie Buss thought that they could work together, so she paired them up together. Kobe's former agent. I really wonder what kind of team Magic would have put together had he had full reigns of the Los Angeles Lakers in terms of business personnel. He made some bad decisions, but I think he was just pressured to doing some of these choices, and I think that's why things didn't work out. So, now I look at it and I realize that Jeannie Buss. So now it's even to the point now, ladies and gentlemen, that she was mad at in terms of how, the injury was held with Rich Paul, and in terms of how Rich Paul was trying to answer. First of all, why is LeBron's agent answering for him in terms of when LeBron's coming back? You're telling me that's not too much of a coincidence as to why LeBron James took so long? Y'all forget about his show $1 Million Mile? I mean, dude, he's trying to recruit players to be in his Space Jam 2 movie, but it really can't work because a lot of these guys are with either Adidas or Under Armour. He tried to get Giannis, and Giannis said that I'm not a Hollywood person. Good for you, Giannis. I'm telling you, LeBron he's scheming to at any type of level to try to say that he can recruit players to play with him. And they think that now with Magic gone, that it's possible that they can get that they'll be able to attract free agents because Rob Pelinka look like he's going to have a bigger role as the GM. But I won't be surprised if they move him to president. But I'm going to say this, ladies and gentlemen. Jeannie Buss said on Bleacher Report that I run this Laker organization, not LeBron James. Has Phil Jackson or Pat Riley been in Jeannie's ear? Because Phil Jackson warned her ass about LeBron James. Oh, but this is me being a hater when everybody truly knows that if you really look deep into what LeBron is trying to do, this dude is a LaFoney. Great basketball player, but a LaFoney. That's not hate, that's the La truth. And I'm sorry if you fanboys can't deal with it. I'm sorry. I can't help you with that. That's your problem. If I'm sorry if the La therapy isn't if my La therapy isn't good enough for you. It is what it is, but after careful consideration, like I said, I'm not giving Magic a total pass, but I understand more now as to why he did it. He was just not. Kobe Bryant said it best, guys. Great players don't make great GMs or great executives. Just look at Michael Jordan. Like I said, or great coaches. I look at Larry Bird. Larry Bird was pretty successful in the 3 years he coached with the Indiana Pacers. And Jerry West, man, look what he's done. For those who are saying that Jerry West should come back to the Lakers, the man is 80 years old. I think he's comfortable that he's at with the Clippers. It's not a toxic environment, and I don't think he wants to deal with the headache that LeBron James is going to and Rich Paul and that dysfunctional Lakers environment is going to bring him. That's not going to be good for his health. So I think that he's fine where he's at, and it's a very good position to be in. And he's just a consultant at this point. He don't need to be taking that garbage. For those who are saying that Mark Jackson needs to be the head coach, remember, as I said, he signed with Clutch Sports in 2014. That's why the LeCamp has been bargaining for Mark Jackson to be coach. So I'm like, oh wait, LeBron even colludes coaches to be part of his LRMR? Man. Because they even tried to get Ty Lue to join. And I said, my goodness, man, what level won't this guy stoop? It's crazy. And I said, I've never met a superstar who thinks that he could just fold the reins on the NBA. And I'm like, LeBron has this more of a dark cloud than he really is really shining in, man. And I said it, that LeBron did not come to the Lakers to win. And if LeBron wins, he's going to have to be second fiddle. He cannot be the main guy on the championship team. I don't care what y'all say. He cannot be trying to play his LeBron system. And that's the reason also why he wants Mark Jackson, because Mark Jackson is a defensive coach. His offense is known to be stagnant. They bring in Mark Jackson, LeBron is going to want to run his LeBron system, especially because Mark Jackson is with Clutch Sports. But fortunately, Mark Jackson signed an extension with ESPN. But you fanboys, y'all just afraid that LeBron is going to win another championship. Do you think that I'm going to even give LeBron more credit now that he's trying to collude his way to championships? This guy wants it so easy. He doesn't want to let things play out. Everything he's trying to do is just, everything is a La scheme. Everything is a La plan. Everything is a La plot. Everything is a La collusion. And he's the La captain collusion of all this. And I blame Jeannie Buss for making emotional instead of rational decisions. Those are facts. Because then it's like fans want to keep using the excuse that the Lakers haven't been relevant. It's not just the young players, man. It starts at the top. Starts at the top. You want a great cultural organization? Starts at the top. And the top has no effing idea what the hell they're doing up there. That's the reason that it's such a bad environment. The poor drafting. And once again, I said it. Magic Johnson, Jeanie Buss, and LeBron James have all been trying to control their own narrative. With all these reports, it's like once the damage is done, they try to come out with reports that say, no, it wasn't like this. And they got to be like, oh, we're trying to be defensive. That's the bottom line. And I'm being fair and objective. Jeanie Buss, Magic Johnson, and LeBron James are out here trying to control their own narrative. As to say, Jeanie was in the shower. It wasn't me. Magic's the one who made the trades. It wasn't me. LeBron's doing collusions. It wasn't me. That is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going on. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. That's why Magic stepped down. And then Jeanie comes out and says Magic had the power to fire Luke. You see what I'm saying? Magic said we love Luke. You know why he said that? Because he knows she was not going to be fun if he fired him. If Magic Johnson told Jeanie, I'm stepping down, she would have said, no, there's no way you can leave. And it's like, why would you do that? It's like, she'll try to convince him to stay. See what I'm trying to tell you guys? Everything to control narratives. And then LeBron James, LeBron was shocked. He didn't know any part of it. Yes, he did. LeBron knows all. LeBron knows all. I mean, Rich Paul and Maverick Carter, those dudes are everywhere, man. His camp is everywhere. And they give LeBron the inside scoop. But then all of a sudden, when LeBron stepped down, he was nowhere to be found. He didn't speak to the media because he's going to say, I don't want to get in trouble. I was shocked. You're not going to hear LeBron for like a couple of days, and then he's going to talk about it. I was surprised. See, LeBron's going to play nonchalant, man. This is what he does. This is what he does. And the first thing they do, you just try to control the narrative because the reports were like saying that LeBron didn't even know. And you honestly going to believe that? With what LeBron tried to do this entire season? He takes a player out for 20, tells him with Rich Paul, go out there and demand the trade to be in control of your situation. LeBron James needs players for his legacy, not for theirs. For his legacy. So then on YouTube, they could say, look how many players LeBron has carried to a championship. LeBron could be a non-factor in a series as he gets older, and they'll say he's the MVP because he's the best player in the world. And then they'll try to continue to add accolades forcefully to say he's better than Michael Jordan. That's what this is all about. And I keep telling y'all that he didn't sign here to win championships because he would not cause the fiasco that he did this season. They had more than enough time to make a push for the playoffs. You have Brandon and Kyle Kuzma playing well. How about being an anchor on the defensive end? No. But the Lakers were a bad defensive team. Luke's rotations were somewhat, again, questionable. I'm not going to fault him for that. They can fault him. I'm not going to excuse him for that. Starts with your leader, though. You say he's the best. He comes out on TV in front of his friends on The Shop and says, I'm the greatest player in the world after beating the 73-9 Warriors. But did you fanboys forget that? Oh, no, he didn't say that. Really? Because that's what literally came out of his mouth. Or should I replay the tape? You guys sound ridiculous instead of trying to open your eyes to the truth. That's the issue that I have with you guys. I don't care if you like LeBron James, but open your eyes and be objective and understand the truth that what your boy is trying to do. So Jeanie Buss, terrible. Magic Johnson, terrible, but more so understanding. LeBron James, we already know his motivation, man. Make sure that he has all the power in the world, one way or another. And Jeanie Buss said, I run LA, not you. And that's what LeBron needs to understand. And I hope Jeanie Buss makes better decisions. But right now it's too dysfunctional. I don't know what players are going to come there. I really don't. And they make it seem like if players aren't watching, they're watching. And that's why they're trying to say, well, you know, it's possible that I would love to see Kemba Walker in a big stage. I would love to see Kemba in a big stage too, just not the Lakers though. Because he's going to be another pump for LeBron James. He'll be Kyrie 2.0, and LeBron's going to get the credit, and he won't get any. Because I talk about how great he does in Charlotte, but he'll be an afterthought, and he'll just be a sidekick. He could play great, and they won't even give him his credit either. But anywho, man, this is Lewis. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Like I said, you know, Jeannie is she gets a huge blame for this too, man. And I said it, but she's a big reason why Magic had to step down. So I said anyway, man. Bless up, one love, peace. Thanks for watching.